So, it's been a while. If you don't know who I am, I'm Maxi, and I haven't made a video in 3 years, but that changes today. I actually want to upload more frequently now. Also, this video is pretty rushed because I said yesterday that I will make a video today, so I don't keep putting it off. So welcome to this short video. Today I want to look back on something that still fascinates me. Game levels. So I actually made a top 5 game levels video 3 years ago where I listed some of my favorite game levels back then. The 3 past years game levels had a giant hype though, so now there are more game levels than ever. So let's talk about some cool ones. Okay, first on the list I have Dim by Sputniks, which came out only a few months after my video. So if you don't know Dim, it's a 2.5D level in GD, so you can walk through a pseudo 3D maze. Why pseudo 3D? Well, it might look sort of 3D, but it's just a clever use of perspective. Like if you take a close look, the further away a wall is, the smaller it is on screen. This technique is called ray tracing, which was widely used back in the 80s and 90s, for example in Doom or Wolfenstein. Definitely a huge accomplishment for the Geometry Dash editor. If you are more interested in how it works exactly, you can watch Sputnik's video. He explains how he made everything pretty well. Okay, on to the next level. Super Mario Bros. Stage 1 by Flash. As the name suggests, it's the first stage of Super Mario Bros., which to my knowledge is the first controllable Super Mario Bros. Recreation. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. So, because it's the first recreation, it is a bit buggy, especially on 144 Hz. You just randomly stop walking. But the biggest flaw are the physics. Like, look at these jumps. Also, the power-up animation just doesn't exist. But even though all that, it's still pretty impressive for the first Super Mario Bros. Recreation. There are actually some recreations that followed, made by Takayama, but their first 2 recreations are hell to play. Like, let me explain. In Flash recreation, you can press up arrow to move right and press spacebar to move left. And if you press both at the same time, you jump. Simple enough. Well, in Takayama's recreation, you jump with spacebar and walk with up arrow. You might ask yourself, well, how do I move to the left? Well, every time you press up arrow, you change the direction. So if you like hold to go to the left, and then you want to go to the right, you have to release and then click again. So yeah, the controls are absolute garbage. Thankfully though, he fixed that in his 3rd recreation, which is probably the most accurate one yet. Still has some bugs though. Okay, let me ask you a question. Did you ever thought to yourself, damn, I really want to play the first Zelda game in GD? Yeah, me neither. But you can. My boy Sijuan recreated parts of the first Zelda game in GD. It's laggy as hell, but still. Was really impressed when I first saw this. The next level I want to talk about is Car Crash by Maxi, which is a top-view 2D racing game with bot players, a minimap, and collision. It kind of speaks for itself why it's so impressive. Maxi actually made a few game levels in the last 2 years, but I don't have the time right now to talk about them. Okay, so the next level is actually way more impressive than it first seems. The level I'm talking about is GD 1024. On the surface it just looks like a simple recreation of 2048. But when you restart the level you notice something weird. Your progress is saved. How this works is by using a bug that was discovered at the time that lets you transfer information between attempts. It's a bit too much to unpack here, so I might make a video solely on that in the future. But just keep in mind that you could technically make Master Game without the code system with that bug. Okay, so for the next 2 levels we have to look a bit back in time. 5 years ago, in July 2017, Muffley uploaded a level called Tic-Tac-Toe, which was a Tic-Tac-Toe recreation with an AI you can play against. That was by far one of the most complex game levels for a long time. Though let's get back to the present. Now we have chess and Uno. Well, yeah, it's literally a chess AI in Geometry Dash. Don't think it goes more extreme than that, to be honest. Uno is still impressive though, as you can play against 3 AIs at the same time. It's truly admirable how far the GD community has come. Okay, before I get to the last level for today, I want to quickly talk about 2 other levels that don't do anything new, but are still special. The levels I'm talking about are Falling Maze and Floating Maze, the first full Extreme Demon game levels. Falling Maze was actually rated Insane Demon for a long time, but it's Extreme now. Just wanted to put that in the video, because it's quite an accomplishment. Alright, let's get to the last level for today. Plants vs. Zombies. Yep. GD Visu Views, or however you spell them, made Plants vs. Zombies in Geometry Dash, which makes it the first tower defense game in GD. Pretty impressive. Alright, that's it for today's video. Hope you found this video at least somewhat interesting. Thanks for watching till the end and see you in future videos. Bye!